Welcome back to Dark Nights. We left off looking at this painted blue sky, I guess. As I walk down the road, an advertisement on a building catches my eye. Come here for a cult. Wanted exorcists. Close enough. Exorcists. Do ghosts even exist? Announcement. Recently, there have been sightings of ghosts within the village. We are looking for exorcists to deal with them. Seriously? I don't think anything remotely supernatural has ever happened here, and now people are supposedly seeing apparitions? I mean, you ran into two weird guys, so technically. Sighting of ghosts, sure. The park is practically empty despite it being the middle of the afternoon. There was only one other person, a boy, on the entire block. He seems to have noticed me too, but I do not pay further attention to him. I sit on a nearby bench and close my eyes, enjoying the silence, until he sneaks up behind me. Weird things are happening in this village. It's interesting, but a bit concerning too. I hope Ryuji and Nakuya will be safe. This is my day off. I didn't come here to find new things to worry about. The wind blows gently on my cheeks while I enjoy the warm sunlight on my skin. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on my breathing. They say this technique helps to relieve stress. I think it opens up yourself to more worries. A moment later, a figure blocks the sunlight. Probably that one guy. I open my eyes and notice a silver-haired boy standing in front of me. Excuse me, miss. Yes? Can you tell me where the haunted house is? I've never heard of one around here. I'm sure it's supposed to be nearby, but I can't find it. I recall the advertisement from earlier. Only exorcists or horror junkies would actively seek haunted houses. He looks too young to get a job, but the alternative seems more unlikely given his innocent demeanor. You know, when someone looks that innocent in their face, there's probably something really wrong with them. Especially if they're looking for horror. Why are you searching for it? Are you an exorcist? The boy looks confused. No? Do exorcists normally live around here? I don't know, but I just saw an advertisement looking for applications. Is something wrong? I must find the haunted house. Before I can say anything, the boy runs away. I wonder what that was about. I pull out for a booklet from my pocket and start to read. It's a romance novel I borrowed from Nakuya. Even though this genre is not my cup of tea, she insisted that I would enjoy it. I expected it to be something cheesy from the start, but so far, nothing romantic has happened. The story feels more like a slice-of-life piece. Perhaps this is why Nakuya recommended it. Suddenly, the sky becomes cloudy. Is it gonna rain again already? Time to go home then. As I'm leaving the park, I noticed the boy from earlier lying on the ground, his face against the dirt. Did he collapse? Quickly, I go to him and kneel down. Hey, you okay? What happened? I don't have much time. What do you mean? The boy passes out before he can reply. Hey, don't pass out here. What should I do? I panic as I look around, but nobody else is in the park. Do I have a choice to do something? I would love that option. I have no way of placing an emergency call. Thankfully, he doesn't look bad. When I look up, I feel cold raindrops on my face. I manage to carry the boy to a dry spot under a tree before the rain starts pouring. Darn it. I'm surprised by how easy it is. He weighs less than you would assume by looking at him. Why did he faint? Does he have some sort of illness? Probably a case of a death. Maybe I should take him to a hospital. Well, you'll have to wait until after the rain stops. I don't want to risk him getting any sicker. The rain creates a curtain around the trees. A few drops sneaking between the leaves to land on us. What an unlucky day. I bow my head to look at the boy. He has such an adorable face. I bet he's way younger than me. Doubt. His hair looks so soft I want to touch it. Just then, the boy slowly opens his eyes. Are you okay? Hey. Worriedly, I gently shake his shoulder to wake him up. He immediately opens his eyes and crawls away from me. Good. Sorry, I thought. Oh, it's you. Right. Rubbing the back of his neck, he looks away embarrassed. He's an odd one. It's okay, do you feel any better? Yes, I'm fine. The boy fixes his scarf and pats his hair. He beams reassuringly at me. The boy looks up at the gray sky, surprised by what he sees. It is raining. I could have sworn it was sunny earlier. It sure was. It started raining after you passed out. Oh, right. Thanks for taking care of me. He turns towards me and gives me a warm smile. Let's wait here until it stops raining. Mm-hmm. Are you really okay? I got worried when I saw you on the ground. I thought something happened to you. Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just a little tired. It's nothing to worry about. Passing out from exhaustion is pretty serious. We should get you to a doctor. No. I feel a lot better now. If I go to a doctor, I might die. He shakes his head and wildly waves his arms, as if to prove that he is okay. I raise a brow. I suspect he's afraid of doctors, even so. I can't force him to go anywhere. What's your name? Sachiro. Sounds too close to Sachiko. That's a nope from me, dog. You can call me Miyoko. You mentioned a haunted house before. Can you tell me more about it? It's just a regular place, but people say it's haunted for some reason. Wouldn't you normally try to stay away from a place like that? You're one to talk. It's just I've lost something important there. Which means you've been there before. Yeah, but I don't remember much. Can you tell me what you lost? Something important to me. Is it another person? Before you passed out, you said I don't have much time. What did you mean? I did? I just need to find my something quickly. I see. That's kinda sus. We sit side by side and watch the rain. I glance over at the boy. I don't know what happened, but he looks less pale than before. He seems to be enjoying the sight before us. Before long, the weather clears up and the rain slowly stops. Wow, since when does rain just stop like that? Hope you can take care of yourself. I'm going home. I will. Perhaps I can help you look for the haunted house later. That'd be really nice of you. I come here a lot if you ever do want to meet up. Maybe I'll see you later. See ya. Yeah, I'm just gonna not... Honestly, I think I trust the guy with a chain around his neck more than you. I look at the pile of books on my desk. There's still plenty of homework to do, and whether I like it or not, I'll have to finish it. This is getting difficult. Perhaps I should actually pay attention in class. The last few days have been hectic with all the strangers I've run into, but I am glad I made a new friend. How can I work like this? I try to focus on the textbook, but my mind keeps wandering. Maybe you should. Try harder. The man by the old house. The guy in the cave. An odd Sachiro from the park. Even though I only spoke with them for a short time, they have piqued my curiosity. I give up. I want to find out what's going on in the village. I wonder what Ryoji's up to. Maybe I should call him. I dial his number, but the call goes to his voicemail. I guess he's still busy with his after-school activities. I could call Akuya and tell her what happened, but it'll only get her worked up, so I brushed the idea aside. I throw myself on my bed and close my eyes. This feels a lot better. A moment later, I hear knocking on my window. Oh, is it one of the guys? I find myself being waved at. Whoa. Let me in. You won't like what happens if you don't let me in. Hurry. Get down first. Just let me in. What's wrong with this guy? He scaled my house. Seriously, how can a stranger expect me to let him into my room through the window? He must be the worst burglar ever. I ignore him and lay down by the bed. It is common sense to not let strangers in your house. Silently, I go back to my bed. I cannot help but worry. I lean outside my living room window and look up. Strange. I can see the window of my room, but there's no one outside. I am shocked by the sight of a man laying on my bed. Oh my. How? You... What? How'd you get in here? Are you a burglar? I'll call the police. Within a second, the man has me by my wrist and pins me against a wall. Wait, it's a misunderstanding. Are you an exorcist? You probably are. The stranger lowers his head to look me in the eyes. Calm down, let me explain. Let me go, creep. I prepare to kick him, but he releases me and backs away. How'd you get in my house? There was an open window in another room. I have to be more careful. Can I stay here? His sudden request makes me speechless. What? That came out of nowhere. Are you joking? I'm serious. I've never met anyone who switches moods this quickly. How about yourself? No way, I don't even know you and you attacked me. Maybe not, but I know you. And anyway, I wasn't trying to hurt you. Wait, could it be? No, never mind. Get out of my room, you creep. I've been demoted to a stalker now. Either way, you're a pervert. A burglar, a stalker, a pervert. That really stings, you know. Wait, I wasn't finished. He dodges my next projectile before slinking towards the window. Calm down, no need to get aggressive. My answer is obvious. There's nothing wrong with asking, right? What the? The man lets out a heavy sigh. Fine, if you don't want me to stay then. He gives me a sad glance before jumping out the window. No, wait. Come back. I didn't say you were to jump out. Aw, you do care about me. You jerk. Who knows what the future holds? Well, see you later. My eyes follow the figure as he walks towards the street and out of sight. I am relieved he didn't steal anything, though my heart is still racing from the shock. It's the first time I've met such an oddball. These days are getting weirder and weirder. He didn't seem all that dangerous, though. He left easily enough, too. Wait a second. Why go through such things just to ask me if he could stay here? I shake my head and sigh. More questions bubble up as I think. Calm down, Miyako. You shouldn't dwell on this. If I have an option of picking anybody, it would definitely be that guy. The weekend passes quickly, and I'm back at school on Monday. My mind is filled with flashbacks from the past few days. Can't speak. I met a suspicious forest dweller, a mysterious gentleman, a frail younger boy, not to mention the weirdo who snuck into my house. I cannot help but find such odd, suspicious people interesting. Boo. Akuya. I called out to you a few times, silly. Were you asleep? Sorry, I didn't hear you. You should try to stay awake during class. But the lectures are boring. Mr. Blanchett is so repetitive. Oh, really? He explained some useful things this time. Like what? Nope, you should have been listening. Anyway, do you have any plans for the day? Nope. Well, I'm thinking about scooping out a mansion. Oh, tell me more. You know the road to the library? Of course, what about it? There's a creepy old mansion in that neighborhood. It never struck me before, but don't you think it's strange that it's been abandoned for so long? Nobody thought of revamping or demolishing it, even when it's empty? That's a good point. I've heard a few rumors about the place before, but I haven't looked into them much. It was only because of that shadow I saw that it really has me intrigued. The old mansion is a part of many legends of the village. All I know is it used to belong to the Kenriji family. I don't even think anyone owns it right now. I could have sworn I heard something else during history class. Suddenly interested in history, huh? I probably shouldn't involve Akuya this further. I know she hates haunted places, and given the atmosphere, she wouldn't enjoy it very much. Did you hear about that murder the teacher keeps gossiping about? They say the suspect is likely someone who moved into the village not too long ago. They didn't say why, though. I think they're wrong, though. Everyone always uses new residents as scapegoats. Don't you think that's too unfair? I don't think so. It narrows down the list of possible suspects. He also has the same, like, crucifix necklace. Hey, Leiji. It makes sense because no one knows the newcomers very well. They're naturally the most suspicious for now. We're a small community, so it's easy to tell when and why things change. You can't see what lies below the surface. I'm helping my dad with this case. He asked me to collect a list of people who moved into the village within the last 6 months. If anyone comes to mind, let me know. It'd really help us out. I don't really agree with your method, but I'll let you know if I think of anyone. Thanks for the help. Miyako, you can stay over at my place while they're investigating. You live alone, right? You should seriously think about it. Nah, I love running into strangers in my home. It's always fun. Pinland presents Dark Nights. Was that like a prologue? Probably. Music lyrics. Okay, he has a sweater. I totally dig that. I stare at the ceiling while lying on the couch. I think about what Akuya and Leiji said earlier. Someone not from this village. Just in the past few days, I've met 4 faces I've never seen before. Any of them could have moved here around the same time those disappearances started. It's possibly that one of them is involved. Against my better judgment, I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. The excitement is overwhelming. Who should I investigate first? Oh boy, I have a choice. Well, the weird person who broke into my room. He was really suspicious. An image of him pops up in my mind. He seems like he's fun to hang around. He's probably an exorcist. Could it be him? He was acting pretty weird after all. I told him not to come back, but I wonder if there's a chance of encountering him again. I should be able to find him, given how small the village is. Now that I think about it, however, he had a strange sense of fashion. I've never met anyone dressed the way he did. Oh well, no use fretting over small details. I'm sure I'll recognize him if I see him again. Chapter 1. Visits. If he is an exorcist, that's pretty neat. Granted, in real life, an exorcist. I think. Pretty sure that's actually real. Although I don't think they speak Latin. The next day, I woke up from a strange dream about the brown-haired guy from yesterday. And when I awake, he's staring at me. He waved at me with a blood-stained hand and whispered, "It's our secret." I do not remember what happened after that. Even though it was just a dream, it worries me. Maybe my mind is filled with thoughts about everything that's happened recently. I scratch my head and sigh. He was just a weirdo. If he'd been a murderer, he would have killed me the moment we met. After taking a few deep breaths, I eventually calm down and crawl out of my bed. I prepare to leave for school. As usual, when I arrive at school, Akuya greets me with an enthusiastic smile. We chit-chat a little before Leiji joins us. I notice he is unusually moody. Hey Leiji, what's wrong? He hesitates for a bit, then eventually sighs. The rumors about the murders are making me sick. Those people are just spreading lies. Just because the investigators haven't solved them yet, people assume they are slacking off. The whole procedure doesn't happen in a day. They think solving a crime is so easy. Some people are even claiming that cops are involved with the murders themselves. All this nonsense is making it harder for us. I feel especially bad for my dad. Akuya puts her arm around Leiji's shoulders. Leo, just ignore them. Even my friends are complaining about it. I can't stand listening to them. At least you have 2 good friends on your side. Huh? Which friends are you talking about? Akuya crosses her arms and looks at Leiji. You don't consider us your friends? Let me think. Yakuya punches Ryoji. Oh, stop, I was kidding. To be honest, the murder cases have made me curious. Nothing like that has ever happened before. This village is peaceful, its inhabitants kind. Every day was the same as any other, like time rewound after midnight, but now the disappearances and murder case have changed all that. Despite that, I'm not pleased by these events. If I can, I'd like to find the culprit behind them first. On my way home after classes, I keep thinking about the guy who broke into my room. It still bothers me. I do not know how or why he did it. Just then I hear a familiar voice calling my name, breaking me out of my thoughts. Hey, are you ignoring me? Oh, hi. I turn around to see Ryoji right behind me. A little surprised, I step back. How long have you been there? Ryoji rubs the back of his neck as he raises an eyebrow. Not long, geez. You should pay attention to your surroundings, otherwise you could get kidnapped. Like, the other day? I mumble to myself, then shake away the image of a particular creep in mind. What? Never mind. I move closer, hitting his arm playfully. So, what are you still doing here? Aren't you going home? Well, I was wondering if you wanted to walk home together. His suggestion catches me off guard. It's been months since we walked home together. Of course, we walk home side by side. I do not know what we can talk about, mostly because I am not sure what he's been up to recently. There are many things I can ask. Don't you have any club activities after school? I have decided to skip them today. I feel too tired to stay at school any longer. Besides, it feels like we haven't talked much recently. Huh? You have duties as a class president. I get that you're busy. I'm sorry for dumping that role on you. I didn't feel suited for it. It's still a bad excuse for spending less time with my friends. I took the role, so it's my responsibility now. If you say so. This might be me, but is it me or have we all changed since our first year? Even Akuya's busy with her own stuff now. Yeah, I'm busy trying to solve a murder. To be honest, I feel the same way. But if everything is better like this, then we should let it be. Paths meet, cross, and separate. We don't have to aim for the same future. You should follow whatever your heart desires. Man, you are just courting death all day. You must be joking. The Miyako I know doesn't let go of relationships that easily. Maybe I've changed. Well, to me, you haven't changed at all. You're saying that now, but I think you and I feel the same way. Sorry for my attitude. I got too caught up with things and forgot what I really wanted to do. It could be that you left me because you thought it was best for me. I miss old times with you and Akuya. We should hang out together. Maybe we'll run into that, brownhead guy. You don't have to apologize. It's not like anyone's at fault. It's been a while since I've seen this side of Ryoji. Walking home with him brings back memories. I didn't think he cared this much about our friendship. All this time I tried to not get in his way. Because Ryoji lives farther than I, we part ways when we reach my neighborhood, and I'll walk the rest of the way home by myself. Actually, that's kinda sus. Especially if he hasn't been close to us at all. Maybe he's the murderer. Obviously there's no reply, but I still do it out of habit. I feel hungry, so I think about preparing dinner right away. What shall I make today? Something easy like sushi, or should I go for curry? Let's see what I have. As I head to the kitchen, noises from upstairs make me freeze. The sound of doors opening and closing. It could have been the wind, but because of the rumors, I am extra cautious. Could it be that stalker again? It's strange because I'm sure that I locked all the windows today. I take an umbrella to defend myself and silently move upstairs. Oh boy. I peek through the railing and notice the light is on in my room. My heart is beating as I hold my weapon. I'll show whoever it is that they're messing with the wrong person. Wait, you were in the kitchen. Why didn't you grab a knife? Man, people are dumb. Slowly I move closer and press my back against the wall behind the door. I strain my ears for footsteps. I think I can figure out their position. Suddenly, someone walks out of my room. They seem like they're about to leave. They continue heading towards the stairs, having not noticed me. I hold my umbrella firmly and lunge when the person steps within my range. Ah, stop it, I'm not. Ow. His voice sounds familiar, so I pull back. The first thing I see is a guy wearing a brown cap facing away from me. I immediately realize it's the same person who broke into my house the other day. Come to steal again, huh? I told you not to let me see your face ever again. You're not looking at my face, though. The guy turns around, keeping his distance from me. I raise my umbrella again, but he grabs it before I can do anything else. Let go, pervert. He leans closer and covers my mouth with his hand. The force strong enough to push my back against the wall. First of all, my name is not Pervert, it's Corrado. Second, you shouldn't scream at night. Your neighbors might think you're being assaulted. Don't look at me like that. Believe it or not, I'm here to protect you. Yeah, sure, by pinning me against the wall. I try to speak, but my words are muffled. He tilts his head, unable to make out anything I'm trying to say. I'll take my hand off so you can talk, but only if you promise not to scream. She is definitely going to scream. Hold on. You're saying you broke into my house and assaulted me to protect me? I didn't actually break in. Without permission, it counts as breaking in no matter who does it. He lets out a deep sigh as he steps back. I cross my arms and wait for better explanation. If you really are here to protect me, you could try acting like it. You don't have to climb to my window the other night. It was hard to reach you, so I had to improvise. What are you protecting me from? You've heard about the recent killings, right? I'll get straight to the point. You might be on the target list, and I've been assigned as your private guard. I shake my head and hold out my hand. Show me proof that you really are a private guard. Corrado digs into his pocket and takes out a badge, handing it to me. To my surprise, he also shows me a gun he's had hidden under his belt. I recognize the symbol on the front of the badge. Only selected investigators have it. Luigi often talks about his father's job as an investigator, and now they are only permitted to carry guns and badges with the distinct symbol. Is Corrado an investigator? I take a closer look at his credentials. Is your family name named Doctor? Dr. Corrado? It's not my real family name. It was changed after I was adopted. I see. Does that mean you believe me, Miyoko? I give him back his belongings and he keeps them, smiling confidently. Nobody told me about this, though. It's supposed to be secret so we can trap the killer. For now, I'll be keeping an eye on you. This violates my privacy. Maybe I went a bit too far. And what were you doing in my room? Just making sure you were still here. I'm pretty sure professionals don't check up their clients this often. Back there, he gave his gun to me. Not that I would have, but did he not realize that I can simply take in and shoot him? I am stuck with an amateur guard. He could have told me so when he broke in the other night. Then again, I immediately chased him out and didn't give him a chance to explain. You said I might be on the target list, but are you so sure that they'll come after me? The murderer seems to be interested in this neighborhood. The rest of my team are looking after other residents. I'm sure this is shocking, but don't worry, I'll protect you. Corrado must think I'm scared, but instead I look at him and grin. Just the perfect opportunity. Never knew the murderer would be so close if I could catch him. If you're watching out for the murderer, then you'll be involved sooner or later. That means we have a chance to solve the case. You're lucky to have me as a partner. Together we will. I never said you were my partner, but I want to help. You're already helping me by being a target. Residents aren't supposed to work together with their guards. I'm here to ensure your safety. Professionals don't complete it your way, though. You should be thankful you even have a guard. I'm surprised an amateur like you is an investigator. I didn't have a first good impression of you, but I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I don't expect much, but do your best. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I give him a nonchalant look and shrug. Thank you for explaining the situation to me. And if you excuse me, I'm going to sleep. You might as well go home. I told you I'm gonna watch you closely. Watch me. Closely? Like I asked last time, can I stay here, please? My jaw almost drops after hearing this. I put my hand on my face and take a deep breath. He's still insistent about that, so I guess it's not a joke. Still, it is unbelievable that a guy like him was assigned to me. I actually might be safer without him around. Something is strange about Corrado, I just can't pinpoint what. I should get to know him better before jumping to conclusions. I decided to give him the benefit of the doubt and let him stay. Karado's overjoyed for my decision, as if I saved his life. You sound like a homeless person. I am, sort of. I live by myself, but I can barely pay the rent. You are brutally honest. Karado laughed softly at my comment. I take another look at him. For a homeless person, I wonder how he got such a high position. Hopefully I will not regret my decision. I take Karado around my house to show him the important rooms. We finally stop in the guest room, which is right next to my room. After that, he thanks me politely and I leave him alone. It's been a long time since someone stayed in my place. I don't know how long he'll be here, but it shouldn't be a problem. Hey, it says Dark Nights instead. Neat. No one really checks up on me, and I wouldn't mind some company at home. I'm curious what he's got up his sleeve. Before I go to sleep, I take a quick shower. With a large towel wrapped around my body, I look at myself in the mirror. Besides, I think my personality frightens people instead. Maybe I should work on that. Suddenly, the door swings open and reveals Karado, who steps into the bathroom. He looks fitting for the role of investigator like this. What am I thinking? Karado doesn't seem to be aware that I was already in the bathroom. When he notices me, he looks at me from top to bottom. I wait for him to say something, but after a moment I break the silence myself. Hey, were you planning on joining me? Sorry. Karado turns away, his cheeks red, and quickly closes the door. I find his reaction funny. I'll let you off for now because I'm to blame for forgetting to lock the door. Knock next time. There was a muffled sound of agreement behind the door, followed by footsteps. He must have gone back to his room. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I should have gotten mad, but he seems to be more flustered than I am. Luckily, I have a towel around me. If he'd come in at a different time, I would not have let him leave unscathed. His first day and he's already causing trouble. Next day. Oh boy. Before I go to school, I leave some food on the table, along with a list of house rules. In the note, I tell him not to make a mess of my place while I'm gone. I head for his room to check if he's around. His door was slightly ajar through the gap. I see him lying in bed shirtless, his blanket on the ground. I sigh and quietly enter his room to pick up the blanket. You'll catch a cold, idiot. No, must get them. Get them quick. I get a little confused after hearing his words. Get who? I don't know what he's muffling about, but maybe he's having a nightmare? I decide to leave Karado alone and leave for school. Just like I'm leaving you guys for the episode. That was horrible. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I hope I don't regret my decision by picking this guy. I like his hat. As always, goodbye.